Hello, hey, this is Bill. Gonna go over the construction process or the instructions on how to assemble the wooden track, the wooden marble racetrack. So to begin, we'll start with the track jig. Depending on which set you purchase, there will be several of these that come in your set so that you can, it will aid you in the process of building a nice straight track. And so that's what this is for, and I'll show you how to assemble this, and then from there we'll assemble a couple pieces of track. To start with, we use pretty much any CA glue will work well, and its accelerant would be good. This will make the process a lot quicker. You don't have to use CA glue. You can use wood glue if you like, but recommend that use the CA glue. It's a much faster process. Wood glue works well though. For this process, we're going to punch out the center, and then we're going to just apply some glue in here. I'm going to drop it down in here so that it kind of falls in place, and then set it in there, and we're going to let it glue. If you want, you're going to add some accelerant to it, and then let that dry. What this is going to do is going to allow you to place this on the track. This will go between, this will be the rails, and then what you'll do is you'll put it on the track, and it's going to hold those rails at 90 degrees to the bottom of the track. Just makes a nice, clean, straight track. So the next thing we'll do is assemble one of the straight tracks. These are referred to as 184 millimeters. They're 184 millimeter wide and 92 millimeters across here. I want to point out that the track has been cut by a laser, and the laser leaves a little bit of a burn mark in this particular material. This is MDF, medium density fiberboard. It's in essence sawdust that's been with glue applied to it, or epoxy that hold, and then it's pressed into place, heated, and it makes this really fine, smooth board, which is excellent for the marble racing. But it does leave this little burn mark. If you don't like the look of the burn mark, you can flip it over. The back side is nice and clean. This has a little bit of residue on it from the glue, so if you don't want the marbles to be impacted with a little stickiness or something, just flip it over and use the clean side of the cut. And that will be that way for all the pieces, okay? And so the way that I build these is I will put these together with all the clean sides on the inside where the marbles will be rolling. Makes it easy. All right, so to assemble the track, there are just a couple things you need to do. First of all, you get your track and then the two rails that go with it. The straights are all the same, so you'll just put them in. They can go either direction. Like I said, I'm going to put these in here, but before I do that, recommending that you glue everything. So I'm going to glue it. Just going to run a bead of glue down here and here and here, and then we'll just install it. You just push it into place. It's going to be a nice tight fit. There's a reason that I made them tight. The tight fit allows for a nice secure fit, so that it will most likely be at a 90-degree angle no matter what, but it's there to be nice and tight and firm. And then once the glue dries, of course, it will be permanent. So let's get some glue on this one. Get this in place over here. Put it in place. And then, like I said, we use these little jigs, and we're going to put them at each end here so that will hold it at a 90-degree angle. And then you just set that aside and let it glue. And now we'll do the same thing, but with this is the radius 3 corner, and we'll do the exact same thing. So we'll glue it. Now each radius 2 and radius 3 and radius 2 corners, they have their own specific pieces. These will not be interchangeable with each other. So when you get your pieces, make sure you keep them together. These two pieces will only fit on the radius 2, and these two pieces will only fit on the radius 3. You'll notice the radius 3 has a really wide center section, so that's just a key that you know that that's for the radius 3 corner. All right, and the same thing applies. We're just going to add some glue right here, right there, right there, and right there. And then just go in and press it in place. And you want to make sure this, you kind of have to press pretty tight. You can hear it squeaking in there. Okay, get that in there. And do the same for the other side. There's been cuts made in these pieces, these little slits, to make this flexible so that it will go around the corner. And that's what those are for. And do that. Get your pieces. Make sure that I always like to put them near the end of the track, like on these end corner or end pieces right here, about where they come together. And then there you go. And then just push this off and let this dry. And then we'll do the exact same thing with the radius 2 corner. Put some glue on it. Put it in place. As well as this piece here. It's not a lot of work, but you will need to assemble each piece. And like I said, I'm recommending that everybody glue these so that it's permanent, holds in place, it has a good angle on it. Make sure you press it down firmly, and if you need to, hold it in place and squirt some of your accelerant on there so that you get a nice, clean glue job. There, and then you can just, like this one wants to pop up a little bit, so I'm going to squirt it, and I think that should do. And that, as you can see there, it's already holding, so I'll move this off to the side. So that's the construction process, and then I'll just bring these back into view, and then you just take this off, and then you have your pieces that can be put together, and you can race on them. Anyways, that's the construction process for these 3 pieces. I'll show you now how to put together the clip. Okay, well, we're back to assembling the clips for the track. This is probably the most difficult part, but it needs to be done so that you can clip the 2 pieces of track together. I'll show you how to make these, and then you'll be making a lot of these. Each set comes with a whole bunch of these clips, and but anyways, these are the kind of key to hold everything together. When you get them, they may have or may not have pieces inside them like this, and you'll just want to punch it out like that with a little force. You just punch that out and throw that away. It goes away. And then you have these pieces here. And what we're going to do is we're going to assemble this, and again, by gluing it, and I'll get the glue out, and it's a real simple process. I just put a dab of glue here, a dab of glue there. That's all you need, just a tiny bit. And then slide this into this slot. There's actual, I don't know if you can see this, but there's an actual slot here that piece moves or glues into. And anyways, you just put it in there, and then you're going to want to let it set and dry for a second. Again, I'll do that for this one. Just a dab here and there. And depends on how you want this to look. You can put it so that the burnt side is in or burnt side is out. I'll show you what it looks like when it's all assembled. Lots of things, bells going off in the background. All right, so that's kind of the first step there. And then we're going to glue this piece on top. And this simply fits in like that. So you can either do it so that it's got the burnt side up. Some people like this look, and so you can use this side or you can use the other. I'll do one with one design and the other way. Again, to glue this, it's just adding some glue here. It's not a whole lot. And then this open piece sits over top of that piece there. So you're going to want to remember that when you're putting these together. And it just goes together like that. And I usually flip it over and apply some pressure like that, and then let it set. So let's get the other one on. This one we'll do with the clean side showing. Just push it on there like that and let it set. And then this is an alternate piece. You don't have to put this on if you do not want, but this is something that will be used with the supports if you buy the supports, and you can apply this if you like. And let me show you how it goes. It's pretty much going to go glue onto the back side here. So just put a little bit of glue. Again, not a whole lot. If you want to put some along the top, you can do that too. And there you go. Just line up the sides. And I'll do the same for this one, but use the white on the outside. And we'll put some on the top here too. So this will look like this. So anyway, there you go. That is what the clip will look like when it's all said and done. And this has been made with the clean side out and the burnt side out. So it just depends on how you want to look at it. Okay, and then the way that this goes together is simply you put it on the track, it slides in there, and then if you can see, it just slides like that. And then you get your other piece of track, and then it's gonna do the same thing. Just slide in, and it just clips in like that. And then you do that on both sides, and it gives you a nice, clean installation. And so like that. And so now you have your track, and it's nice and stable. It holds it nice and stable, and it should work just great for you. And then now let me show you what the other part is for. So if you look underneath, remember we put these pieces on? This piece comes with the supports. And what you can do is you can slide these on. These are a little tight, and they loosen after the first couple uses, right? But they are tight at first. So you'll put them on, and you can actually slide it in that direction. Let me get it completely in, and then slide it over like that. It creates this little slot here, and then with the supports, they clip right into this little thing here. They don't clip, but they just hold right into that little thing right there, and it gives you a place to put your supports. All right, well, that is how we construct the track together, and it's pretty simple. And then this, if you want to, you can leave this in here, and it will stay pretty permanent. Or when you're ready to take apart the track, just undo this. You just tweak it out like that, and then it comes apart. And that is how the track goes together. All right, well, enjoy. I hope you have a lot of fun with your marble racetrack. We'll do some other instructional videos showing you how to assemble these guys and some other things, and we'll go from there. Thanks, bye. I just wanted to add, so in addition to the standard clip, I do have an additional clip that I've created that you can use if you want. I'm throwing some of these in extra in some of the sets, and then I'll make it available on the website as well. But this is just allows from additional features that you might want to use in your racetrack. It assembles the exact same way as the other one, so I'm just going to put some glue in here. We'll build one real fast like this, and then I'm going to hold that for just a second, let it glue. All right, and then this one we'll do, just put a little glue in here just like we did with the other piece. Remember this small piece right here, but this time it's going to be a little bit bigger. We're going to glue this guy this way. Again, I'm going to do this guy with a little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue there, and we'll just glue that on here. Once you do this one or two times, you'll see how straightforward it is and simple, and it will come naturally after that. But that's how you assemble that piece. And then the feature that this has, different from this one, so you can see it has a little round piece here and a little square cutout there, is when you assemble your track. Let's do this one. We'll just do, up here, let's just do this. This guy and that guy. And then we'll put this one on. And remember, you'll want to push down pretty firmly on those to get them in there, like that. And then, of course, you can put the track piece on there, you know, the bottom piece for your supports and stuff. But now that you have this, a couple things that will come with it is like these little flags. You can put a little flag in here. And then we'll make some other things that go in there too. Maybe some cross beams that go across the top. But you know, these are the types of accessories that we can put in here. And then also, if you want to have like a marble stationed here at this corner, you know, you can do that as well. So that's what that special piece is. And like I said, I'll make those available on the website if anybody wants any, and then you can get those as a separate piece. But this is what's being supplied with the sets, and this will be just an additional piece if you want to get that. All right, thank you.